Well, hey there guys, so today we are joined by TJ, who is a senior in the assurance and audit section of EY. Thank you so much for joining us today, TJ.
Thanks for having me, I appreciate it.
So first off, take us back. When you were preparing for college, how did you decide on your major?
Yeah, that's a great question. High school was a little bit of a while ago for me, but thinking back, I initially wanted to take sort of a biology or medical science route in college. At the end of the day, I was looking for something that was challenging but also rewarding. And then I ended up going undecided to junior college, basically because I played baseball in college. And then while I was in junior college, I realized that business was probably the best path for me. But I was unsure what specific field. So after taking some general business classes, I was introduced to accounting, and I knew it was the right path for me. I think it was really the accounting faculty, my professors at my second college that I went to. So after I transferred from junior college, I was initially listed as a sociology major, but was taking general business classes on the side. And after taking my first couple of accounting classes, I had a professor sort of reach out to me and mention that I had I'd taken a strong grasp to the concepts and that maybe it was something I should consider taking. So then after that, I started making some different meetings with the various accounting faculty to kind of get the lay of the land in terms of potential careers and the path that they took, and then just started planning my own. Interestingly enough, I didn't really take anything business specific in high school, but I did have a pretty strong background in math and science, again, trying to take the sciences or medical route. So that obviously didn't hurt. But in college, I started taking a lot of just general business classes. So I had marketing and management and finance and accounting as well. And that just sort of helped me get an insight into all the different fields in business. In accounting and auditing specifically, the financial statements are an overview of the entire company. So having that knowledge of the different departments and different, parts that make up a business definitely helped. And then also, I had different classes that I took that, assisted me with teaming and collaboration. Sometimes group projects are not the most ideal, especially in college, but, it helped me prepare for my career with EY, specifically in the audit practice where we spend a lot of time with teams. So whether it's athletics, clubs, volunteering, other extracurricular activities, find things that interest you and start building up your resume. When you start applying to jobs in college, you want to be able to differentiate yourself from other candidates. Work experience is always great, but these big firms really want to see what your interests are and what you're passionate about. So those activities can definitely assist you in your personal development and also building up your resume. And then the second one, just start building connections. As soon as you can, build up your network. It's easier now more than ever to stay connected with friends, classmates, teachers, coaches, leaders, anyone you come across with. You never know how you're going to be able to leverage those connections in the future. So those are definitely the two big things. Get involved and build connections. So professional services are, I would say, jobs, occupations that require a specific education or training or maybe a set of skills. These services provide unique value to the end user of the service. So professional service providers usually have some sort of specialized or extensive knowledge about very specific or niche areas, and basically allow people who use those services to focus more so on their main priorities as opposed to, those specific subsets. So I had the privilege of participating in the internship program and had a major impact in both my college and EY career. From an EY perspective, the internship sort of gave me an insight as to what the day-to-day activities would look like, specifically in assurance and audit, and sort of got me some hands-on experience into, my potential future job. It also let me get a real feel for sort of the office environment, the different teams that I would be on, and basically the overall culture at EY, which I think is definitely very important. From a college experience, I think, accepting the full-time offer did a couple things for me. The first thing, it allowed me to sort of enjoy my last year of school. I wasn't stressing about interviewing or finding jobs. I was also, once you accept an offer with EY, they give you access to the Becker program, which allows you to start studying for the CPA exam. So that allowed me to sort of get a head start on that before I jumped into my full-time career. And then finally, I just got an overall confidence boost, I think, from having that full-time offer, especially when it came to participating in those final MBA classes. We do a lot of things, but the accounting field has a lot of different, I guess, subfields that break up, that basically make up the accounting field, and they focus on a lot of different aspects of a business. But at the end of the day, accountants have specialized knowledge of their areas and are looked upon to provide expertise on specific subject matter and interpret and communicate guidance and other complex sort of liturgy around the different areas. So we do a lot, and basically we assist those that may not have the technical expertise that we have. I am in the assurance audit practice, and I'm located in Buffalo, New York. So we're a little bit of a smaller office as opposed to some of the other offices across the country. But because of that, I've had the chance to work on lots of different clients in different industries. I've had my hands on in public manufacturers, and also, I've had experience on real estate clients, aerospace and defense, and then I've also got involved with an IPO of a biotech client. So, and then in the assurance practice, specifically, we sort of help our clients by providing an independent verification of our clients' compliance and accounting principles. And this sort of assists our clients in accurately, reflecting and depicting their financial picture, which helps us build a public trust in the financial marketplace. Pre-pandemic, some of my favorite times, we're going on different site visits with my team. It was not only was it enjoyable to sort of travel and explore new places across the country, but it was also a great chance to sort of build, that team bond and strengthen our overall relationships, especially in audit, because we spend so much time as a team. And then an accomplishment, I think it doesn't get old, but filing a client, especially large public clients when they do their year-end financial statements. It's common knowledge that busy season can be long at times. There's lots of hours and deadlines that have to get met. But, during that time, you really build on those relationships that I was just mentioning. It sort of helps wrap up the entire year, and knowing that all the hard work you put in throughout the year sort of gets finalized and you're able to, celebrate that success, I think is a very enjoyable aspect of this career. That's a great question. Again, as I've sort of been a common theme in what I've been talking about in audit specifically, we spend a lot of time in team environments. So I had a very strong background in team environments, specifically with athletics. And like I said, I played baseball in college, but lots of different other sports growing up and in high school. And I think that's had a big impact on my career. Again, so much of our day-to-day work is in a team setting. So a lot of those intangible skills that you get with working with others, working independently, sharing ideas, collaborating, all that sort of stuff that you get being in a team environment has definitely had a large impact on my career. I think thus far, transitioning from a staff 2 to a senior 1, which I did this fall, taking on a lot more responsibility and giving the chance to sort of lead different areas has been a great challenge, but also a great achievement as well. Again, as you start to transition through the firm and you start to progress more, you're given a lot more hands-on responsibility, which is awesome. It shows that your team has confidence in you, and of course it's challenging. You're learning new things on the daily and having to juggle many different hats. But I think having that opportunity, knowing that you're given that trust to sort of accomplish those big areas and then pulling it off, I think is a big challenge, but also a great achievement.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today, TJ. It was awesome to chat.
For sure, absolutely. It was a pleasure, and I appreciate the time.